Jacob Rees-Mogg is one MP leading a wave of indignation after it was found that 4 of the 10 body's commissioners, including the chairman, publicly spoke out against Brexit. The members of the election watchdog criticised the pro-Brexit campaigner backed calls for the EU referendum to be overturned following June 2016, the Sunday Telegraph reported. In 3 cases, the comments on Brexit were made while the Commission's members were in post. Sir John Holmes, the body's chairman, expressed his distaste for Brexit in a speech where he said that he regretted the result of the referendum, and complained about the panoply of Eurosceptic nonsense about the EU. Heard during the campaign, Tory MP for North East Somerset Mr Rees-Mogg commented the allegations, reported in the Sunday Telegraph, saying, "This is very serious as the regulator of elections must be impartial." GETTY, Sunday scans MR Rees-Mogg called for members of the Electoral Commission, including Chairman John Holmes, to quit. "This is very serious as the regulator of elections must be impartial." Jacob Rees-Mogg MP, the MP, who is also chairman of the European research group of pro-Brexit conservative backbenchers, added, "Anyone who has called for a second referendum or made political statements on Brexit ought to recuse him or herself from any decision with regard to the referendum." Many other MPs pointed out that these commissioners' personal views might have influenced the behaviour of the elections body. The Commission led several inquiries into the official Leave campaign, but never looked into alleged illicit collusion by pro-Remain campaign groups. Pro-Leave former Cabinet Minister Priti Patel was one of the people putting forward a formal complaint about alleged rules breached by Remain campaign groups who saw it rejected by the Commission earlier this year. GETTY. Priti Patel put forward a formal complaint about alleged rules breached by Remain campaign groups. She said, "There is clear evidence that the chairman and commissioners have publicly given views that undermine the standards and impartiality required in these roles. They should relinquish their positions and independent people should be brought in." Casella Stewart, the former Labour MP who chaired the official Vote Leave campaign, added, "Senior figures on the Electoral Commission need to act without bias, and to be seen to be unbiased by the public. This is hugely important so that their rulings are respected as fair and even-handed." The Electoral Commission's Code of Conduct clearly states that its members must act at all times to uphold its impartiality. Less than 2 weeks ago, Sir John pictured an alternative scenario where Remain prevailed in the EU referendum. GETTY. MR Rees-Mogg protested against the lack of impartiality of some of the body's members said in a speech, "The campaign for another referendum would not have taken long to start again, and all the panoply of Eurosceptic nonsense about the EU would have been rolled out again." The chairman, whose name had been put forward by a panel chaired by Commons Speaker John Bercow, was interviewed for his post only 3 months earlier. David Howarth, a commissioner since 2014, wrote that Leave voters are already shifting to Remain, having been shocked and surprised by the reactions of the markets, and by Leave campaigners admitting their promises on immigration and health spending were mere possibilities. Express.co.uk contacted the Electoral Commission for a comment. A spokesperson told Express.co.uk, "Electoral commissioners are appointed by the Speaker's Committee on the Electoral Commission, following a rigorous selection process which includes consultation with party leaders and obtaining approval in the House of Commons. They declare actual or potential conflicts of interest as part of formal board reporting, which are public documents and available to access on our website." The spokesperson added, "The Commission's role, as specified by the UK Parliament, includes oversight of compliance with the political finance rules, and it has a number of investigations open in relation to campaigners." At the EU referendum, commissioners do not have a role in the Commission's investigatory procedures and decisions, which are carried out by the executive in accordance with the Commission's published enforcement policy and with complete impartiality.